Hi guys, my name is Ante Ronsig and welcome to The Craft of Living. As I'm about to launch this channel, I wanted to set aside some time, perhaps a couple of videos, to explain both the motive for starting this channel and then also some of the things I want to deal with and the direction I want to take it towards. So when it comes to motivation, when it comes to reasons, I have to say that even as a child, I was wired to find much pleasure in sharing my discoveries. I just found it always interesting and very exciting to discover something new and then share it with others. It was part of my personality. It brought me much joy. And that explains why I like so much being a teacher. I think that being a teacher, on the one hand, sharing my discoveries, and then also in the process of sharing and articulating my ideas, arriving at some greater clarity has been so deeply important to me. And over the years, many people would tell me, hey, professor, you have to do this, or other people tell me, you have to start something like that. And I would say, well, it's not really my thing. I'm a foreigner with an accent. Will people listen to that? I don't have the right technology, the right setup for all of that. And I kept postponing it. And somehow things coalesced in the last year that a desire just became stronger and stronger. And one of the important aspects of this, one of the important factors that led to this was a dream I had in June, I believe 26 of last year. It is a fascinating dream. I usually have vivid dreams, which are just crazy in their specificity and detail. But this dream was so unusual that the moment I woke up, I grabbed my phone and recorded it. It was really, really amazing and has had just a powerful spell over me. It has influenced me deeply. And I will share this dream with you and use it kind of as a springboard to explain a little bit more about this channel. So here's the dream, right? In the dream, I find myself in a hallway. The hallway has tiles, kind of a brownish color, very nice tiles, rugged tiles. And the hallway was kind of with rounded walls. And the walls were made of distressed brick. I would say brown, dark red brick. It was a nice kind of well-lit hallway with beautiful lights. And so it was just gave me a good feeling. No feeling of scariness or anything, just well-lit. There were other people walking next to me or passing me by. And so I would go to this hallway and then realized that to the side, there were different auditoriums. They were beautiful. They were made of, wood panels and very nicely done. But what was so interesting at these auditoriums, they had names. And they were named not after thinkers. They were not named after some just generic numbers. They were named after virtues. Right? They were, so I would have, the name of one of such auditorium would be courage. The another one would be wisdom and justice. And that was so fascinating. So I would go through this hallway and peek into these classrooms. And then eventually I ended up in a large auditorium. It was very spacious with beautiful stained glass windows. They were not really dark, but they were definitely stained glass windows, very high, with nice, again, wood panels. And the room was packed with people. People sitting on the floor, people taking notes. And I joined in there with a friend of mine, a roommate of mine who is a very good friend even today, but we used to be roommates during my college days in Croatia. So I go into that room and I sit down, and there's this guy, right? And he is giving a lecture in a very articulate, authoritative way from a place of conviction and in a manner of clarity. It was just fantastic. And he was talking about, believe it or not, about the art of living. More specifically, he was talking about the Stoics and how the early Stoics understood this theme of the craft of living. And as I was sitting there, a deep desire swells up in me. A deep, desire is the best word. Deep longing could be even a better word. A deep longing swells up in me, and a thought comes to my mind. This is what I want to do. Different things happened in the course of the dream. I eventually go out, I receive an autograph from this person, and my friend and I, we walk out of this building into the light. Because all of this was, the hallways anyway, they were underground. So, I was just smitten by that dream. First of all, I couldn't quite understand the longing because I've been actually in quote-unquote the business of doing that for many years now. Used to be a minister, a pastor, have been teaching now for almost 15 years, 14, 15 years. And so the thought was, well, this is something I'm already doing. So why would I have that longing? Like, why would I have a longing to be that kind of a person and do that kind of a thing? And so I left this dream on the side. I actually shared it with my friend. And not so long ago, I shared it with a former student of mine who has had quite an impact on my life, and my conversations with him have been very important. As a matter of fact, his name is Kyle Amiel, and he, a couple of years ago, started this organization. Initially, it was simply an endeavor, I don't know what the right term would be, called Free Intelligent Conversation. And actually, if you don't know about it, you have to Google it, find their website, find his talk actually, his TED Talk that he gave at Andrews University at one point. So Kyle has been this important figure in my life. And he told me, hey, professor, just recently, he told me, hey, professor, do you know the meaning of this dream? The idea that you were underground and that you were walking underground, how that very often is connected with some of suppressed deep longings that seek to come to light. And I couldn't quite understand, like, what is the meaning of the dream? I'm very happy in what I'm doing and I'm very fulfilled already. But over time, I came to the conviction, actually even quite recently I came to the conviction, that I wanted to have a venue that is not a classroom venue, where I'm not constricted by certain academic protocols and by perhaps even interests of students or whatever it is, where I could freely talk about the ideas and convictions that I have acquired over the course of life. And so really at the background of this channel, a channel that won't be perfect. Even right now, you might even hear some background noise, which, I cannot control what my family is doing. I'm in a basement and I cannot control what they're doing upstairs. So, but I will not be any more held back, and I will not wait for a perfect timing, because I believe that we are getting better as we are doing these kind of things. And the clarity what this channel will eventually end up being will emerge with, well, better clarity as I go along. So this dream, I wanted to share this with you, and I wanted to share with you not any specific content, but perhaps a little bit of a background story of how the idea of starting this channel came about. Again, thank you for listening. I wish you all the best. Blessings.